guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today, we're going to look at a really awesome, fun deck that is not, let me just put this out there right off the bat, guys. It's not like the best deck in the game or anything crazy like that. It's actually a deck to play to A, really understand how to outcycle your opponent, and B, just get better at the game with placement and very fast cycling. I sent out this tweet a day ago, yesterday now, and the first person who got back to me was Dystrophy, followed by Lucas Gamer, so shout out to both of those guys. And also somebody completed this challenge with a 2.1 bait deck with Dark Goblin and Goblin Barrel. So if you want to see another 2.1 deck video, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I don't want to like overdo it, but if it's something that you guys would like to see, by all means, I'm happy to share it with you. So Dystrophy, obviously a really good player from Wham Esports. He's currently 441 in the world. He's a 20-game winner, and this was the deck that he used. Guys, let's take a look at it here. I have it on my deck slot number 5, and it's a 2.1 Hog Cycle deck. So what are the differences between this and a regular Hog Cycle deck? Well, no Fireball being the one of the two main ones, along with having no Musketeers. So how are we going to beat Lava Loon with this? Well, actually, Dystrophy makes it look really easy. We're going to cover a few fun replays against Lava Loon, against Golem, against 3 Musketeers. Again, no Fireball here. So and also we'll watch a matchup, excuse me, against a 2.6 Hog Cycle deck. So a lot of great replays for you guys. So let's just jump right into it here, starting with the one against Yugi Art. Oh, Yugi, what up, man? If you're watching, I love Yugi Art. He is he was a pro in CRL Asia last season. I'm not sure if he's playing in CRL this season. Either way, Yugi Art just rattles off Grand Challenge win, 12 wins all the time. And man, we're going to be watching it from Yugi Art's point of view here in this replay. Everything else, Dystrophy will be on the bottom. But I kind of invite you guys to imagine what is going through Yugi's head once he sees this deck. I mean, initially, you think that probably most people see the Hog and see like the cycle cards and they think 2.6. Then you see the Spear Goblins and the Bats and you're like, okay, what is this? It's 2.1. So the Lava Hound comes down for Yugi, and immediately you're gonna see Dystrophy absolutely just like unload everything. You can cycle like 2 or 3 times this entire deck. So really what it comes down to is, and this is why I think this will really benefit you guys to practice with, is you identify, okay, what cards are most important in this matchup? In this matchup, obviously, Spear Goblins. Hog's always your win condition, obviously. And in this matchup, you have Spear Goblins, Cannon to distract the balloon, which you're seeing right here, and Bats are your most important cards, of course, with the Zap spell. So just continuing to cycle, continuing to apply constant pressure. I think by the end of this video, some of you guys, I think I can convert some of you guys to be like, wait a second, this deck is actually kind of good. Like, at least the way Dystrophy plays it, you know, it looks really good. So Yugi at this point's like, okay. He's going to go ahead and place a Tombstone here. And you can see he's basically sacrificing the right tower with that Tombstone placement. Dystrophy goes ahead and sends in that log there. And Yugi's going to go ahead and reload with a Lava Hound in the back, going for the left lane now. Again, sacrificing that right tower to the Hog. So if you're in Yugi's head right now, you got to be thinking, okay, I'm just going to overpower him. He doesn't even have Fireball. He doesn't even have Musketeer. And he saves the Zap. Good save of the Zap here. He's not going to use it, you know, protecting the Lava Hound. He's going to try to use it protecting the Balloon or the support troops. But you can see already starting to add up is the Spear Goblins and the Bats. And Dystrophy able to cycle to another Spear Goblin. And Zap is down. And as soon as the Zap is down, he's able to cycle Cannons to activate his King Tower. And look at the tower damage, guys. He hasn't even been touched here, and all he has for air, he doesn't even have Fireball to knock back the Balloon. All he has is Spirit Goblins and Bats, really, you know? It's fun to watch this. I just can't believe, and you're gonna see this in all of the replays. You're gonna see clever Cannon, King Tower activations, and you're just gonna see tremendous defense here. He misses that pull with the Cannon, but it doesn't really matter. Thanks to Zap and a million Spirit Goblins, we're able to clean up nicely with only 10 seconds left here, and now all he has to do really is distract and Zap to retarget the flying machine onto the Spirit Goblins, and that's going to be GG there. And a little BM, you're going to have to get used to a little BM there coming from with the Goblin emotes coming from Dystrophy, guys. But man, that was an insane match, and again, he didn't really take any damage. It was really well done. Let's go ahead and watch. We're going to skip the 11 win because I do, you know, it annoys the hell out of me to switch perspectives. Let's watch the Three Musketeer matchup. This one, again, is going to make it look like really easy. Against Three Musketeer Royal Hogs, which, again, we don't have the Fireball like we normally would, and we don't have the Musketeer either. It's just going to be, again, though, he's going to have an answer to everything, just using his cycle cards, basically, the bats and skeletons especially, to do a lot of work on the split Three Musketeers, and of course keeping a huge amount of pressure with the Hog Rider. So right off the gate, going in with the Hog, obviously he's going to answer that cannon cart with a log and the bats combo on the right side, doing a little bit of chip damage. You're going to see some kind of weird cycle situations where normally a player like Jack, if you guys are interested in 2.6 Hog cycle, by the way, I will link a Jack video for you guys. It's been on the channel a few times now, but one thing that you see out of Jack a lot is just continuing to cycle and then fireballing to cycle out, spell cycle out at the end of the match. But we're not able to do that, so he's gonna have to get creative using like zap and log cycles to finish off some of these towers, which is kind of funny. So we'll go ahead and fast forward when it gets to that portion of the match, because it can get a little tedious just cycling back to another log, cycling back to another log, cycling back to another log. So here we go. It's gonna be the Ice Spirit just cycle down the lane here. Again, just keeping the cycle up, right? So sometimes he has to drop off kind of relatively useless skeletons in the back, but he tries not to waste cycle cards, or if he does, he tries to make sure that he'll have them back up in rotation for when he needs them against the Musketeers in this case. So it's a Royal Hog, Three Musketeer push, and he's gonna make it look just like so easy. You can see skeletons on that Musketeer. He has the bats cleaning up those Royal Hogs on the left, and just like that, Three Musketeers and the Royal Hogs all cleaned up, and really not a lot of damage to show for it from King Matse here. So King Matse does have like the one Elixir Elite. He's going to cycle minions in the back of his King Tower. Let's see what Dystrophy does here. And by the way, in case you're wondering, his name is, he's a pro because it's in his name. I kid, but obviously the gameplay speaks for itself. So here we go. It's going to be a cannon cart coming down the right to answer that Hog. Hog's going to go ahead and get two swings in just barely on that right tower. Just incredible play here. He does miss this cannon though, so that defensive cannon is not going to really come in handy here. However, skeletons, it's a forgiving deck in a weird way, right? Because even if you misplace a cannon like that, it's not going to help out against the cannon cart. Of course, the cycle is so fast, you're able to easily recover like he did there. Just smart heads up play using those skeletons. He already has them back in the cycle for the two Musketeers on the left. So log comes down, skeletons, and now look at this activation here, guys. Look at this. Oh man, cycling two cannons, Royal Hog, King Tower activation. Oh man, I mean, the double cannon King Tower activation is something that is incredibly viable with this deck. You know, seldom do you see King Tower activations this common without Tornado, but Dystrophy making it happen here in this matchup, and he sends in the Hog, gets another swing on that right tower. Things are looking really good here, 385. All he really has to do is spell cycle on the right or send in a Hog for one more hit. In the meantime, he's going to use the cannon, he's going to use the bats, going to use the skeletons, everything at his disposal to defend in the left lane. And another thing that you notice about his gameplay here, guys, is that he does a good job not like over committing. Like he could have easily logged there on the left as well, kind of panicked with the Royal Hogs, but instead he saves it. He's able to use that log with that Hog there to take down that right tower. Really, really fun deck to watch. Let's go ahead and watch the one against I want to watch the one against 2.6, but I also really want to watch the one against, not the P.E.K.K.A, even though that's a really good replay too, but the Golem deck, man. This is a replay that you guys are going to want to pay attention to, just to show the basics of how to handle a Golem deck with a Hog deck. That's it. Like, you don't have to play 2.1 Hog cycle to understand. This is an exaggerated version of the blueprint, the gameplay, the strategy that you want to employ when you face a Golem deck as a Hog cycle player. So here it goes. It's going to be a Hog, an aggressive Hog in the left lane to start things out. Obviously, just like 2.6, heck, just like Rainbow deck 3.1, all these players are going to be very comfortable starting out with a hog as the starting play at the bridge. So here we go, guys, just absolutely unloading. Even though the opponent has log, it doesn't even matter. Once we know we're going against a golem deck here, guys, or a heavier beatdown deck, a very heavier deck, we know we can always just keep putting a ton of pressure, because even if they try to manufacture an Elixir advantage by only semi-defending, we're just going to be able to cycle so quickly here, and that's really the crux of how you handle this matchup. So again, going a little bit aggressive here in the left skeletons. It was only a 3 Elixir push, right? But he forced the opponent to use a baby dragon. Now all he has to do is defend with some bats and cycle to another hog rider, or let's see what he does here. So no hog that time because of the tombstone. So he zaps the tombstone, waits that extra second. This is what makes him such a good player, right? Just having the wherewithal not to go in super aggressively right off the bat. Gets 2 swings with the hog on the left tower, taking it down to 1074. Now let's see how easy this golem is to deal with here. You can see the opponent actually has a pretty decent Elixir advantage when you consider they had the 8 Elixir investment of the golem already on the board in the arena. But check this out, guys. Beautiful bats separated from that baby dragon. Spear goblins protected from the baby dragon. Now we have archers and a baby dragon coming down the lane. It's okay. We've already defended the golem. We're going to go ahead and zap, take care of that baby dragon, and boom, skeletons on the archers. Is easy as that. Again, just like easy defense there, pulling that golem with the cannon, and he could actually have cycled 2 cannons if he wanted to. There's various strategies, again, that you guys can use. Beautiful log taking out the skeletons as well as the tombstone, and this is actually a faster golem cycle, not golem cycle, easy. But shout out to Clash of Shane if you want a 2.6 golem cycle deck. I saw that on his video yesterday that he uploaded. But either way, we get the hog. Basically, the opponent here gives us the left tower, and now we got a big golem push. But check out what we do here. There's a log out of rotation for the opponent, so we go heavy. Bat, spear goblin, skeletons, and an ice spirit all in the right lane, and then we get a lot of damage to that right tower, figuring that it's probably going to be a 2-tower match at this point. So again, lightning comes down for the first time by the opponent. Not a lot of lightning targets in this deck, a lot of swarm, obviously, with no musketeer, and in a weird way, it actually benefits Dystrophy in a matchup like this, where the opponent is using lightning, that he doesn't have the musketeer like a normal deck would. So again, we have a nice zap there, very timely on that zap, allowing the hog to get 1 hit. You'll notice that oftentimes Dystrophy does combo that zap with the with the hog against the tombstone, because heck, what are we going to do? We can't predictive fireball. So again, a monster push coming in here. Hog going to get another 1 swing, I think. No, make it 2. And 1 more swing of the hog, or a log, and a log, excuse me. Or is it just 1 swing? I think the hog does tournament standard 2. Yes, okay. More than 253. There it is. Tower down. GG against the golem deck. Man! And that's exactly kind of... You guys see what I was saying there? It's kind of just a good picture. It's an exaggerated picture, like I said earlier, of how you want to handle a golem matchup. So guys, let's go ahead and do the end off with a 2.6 versus 2.1. Now, obviously, as a 2.6 player, 99% of the time, maybe more, maybe 99.9% of the time, you have the cheaper deck in the matchup. So this is what happens when you run into a faster hog cycle deck. Now, even though Ryo obviously has the fireball, has the musketeer, he's still going to be at a disadvantage in this matchup, because we can just cycle to cannons faster, we can cycle to hogs faster. Even though he has the musketeer and the fireball, I don't consider it necessarily an advantage on his part, the opponent. So here we go. We get 1 swing down, and the goblin fire emote comes out, like feeling the heat, baby, feeling the heat. So here comes a predictive log. He actually does clip 1 of those spear goblins, but not both. So he's switching up his defense. You know, again, like these little kind of nuances that you guys can work on to get better at your game, illustrated here in this matchup, where you want to switch up your defense. Last time he used skeletons immediately at the bridge. This time he delayed. He used the spear goblins first. He missed that log and then was able to play those skeletons. So nice defense there by Dystrophy, and again, getting a little tiny bit of chip damage here from the opponent. Wait till we go to double elixir time. It's going to be like absolute chaos here in terms of the speed of this match. So again, just cycling at the bridge here, seeing if the opponent responds. They do with a hog rider. We answer with a hog of our own as well as a log. Oftentimes, especially against a cycle deck, we're going to be sending in the log every time pretty much. Allow that hog to get 2 hits in, basically getting chip damage, A, with a log, and B, taking out their skeletons or their ice spirits. So there's a lot of kind of log target value here, not like the last matchup when they had a tombstone where we wanted to save our log for the tombstone. Against a cannon, log's not going to be that helpful. Plus, we have Zap zap as well. And here goes a hog again. Hog versus hog again, same lane here. Bats are going to do a great job. Of course, the opponent does, again, have a little bit of a disadvantage when they have log, but not zap. We have zap and log, so they have no great answer aside from the fireball or the ice golem for the bats. Now, if I'm Ryo here, I'd be sending in the ice golem before that hog rider basically every time to prevent those bats from making contact. So again, here comes the cannon. Let's see if we're going to cycle to the zap here and zap right there. It prevents that cannon from getting one extra swing on that, or one extra hit on that hog rider. This time it didn't work out. We didn't get a hit off with it, but that's a strategy that you can see that Dystrophy does employ successfully oftentimes in these matchups. So here it comes, another hog on the cannon. Is he going to, he already has zap back in the deck. This time he's not going to use it. He's going to defend, or back in cycle, excuse me. He's going to defend with the ice spirit. He's just going to log cycle out, and this is what I was talking about, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward here because basically you can see the tower damage. The opponent hasn't really done anything at this point. It hasn't been able to break through, so Dystrophy decides just go ahead and hey, if I can't get through, I'll just keep sending the hog in and zap and log cycling, and that's exactly what happens here to end this match. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to Dystrophy again for coming on the channel, and congratulations for winning that $100 and completing the challenge. And guys, again, let me know if you want to see that bait video, or if you had enough 2.1 for the time being. I definitely will read the comments in the first hour and see your feedback. So guys, huge shout out to Dystrophy. Check out his player stats and profile in the description below, along with his social media, thanks to statsroyale.com. And a huge shout out to Bren Chung, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Guys, thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.